young African-American kid, Chick-fil-A volleyball. Look at the opportunity that's missed a lot of times, especially when you're young and athletic. But you know, right, if you don't never bring a team, you were right. Yeah, I am right. I love it, man. It's game time, baby. Kelly Services took it over, right?
Yeah. So I had to reapply. I just did all that last week, so I should be hearing from him this week. But them jobs is gone already. Well, I wanted.
Yeah, I think I might apply too. Kelly Services. Or you can go out. You can go out in Southfield, that place I told you about, in the Mike Morris building. A friend of mine worked.
They don't do Southfield High School.
Oh no, they probably don't.
Just come back here. Now the academies and all other shit around here, maybe something else going on. But as far as Southfield,
well, they do public schools. I know a friend of mine. She went over there and she been working for the last 4 years.
Yeah, but she don't have Southfield public school.
I know. She went number 15. That young lady. That's the young lady that was
Yeah.
Number 15, Lauren Parham. Is she? Oh.
She looked at me like this. She said, hell no.
No, I hope not. I just make sure, you know what I mean? But don't say it. Yeah. You get one of them, man. A mint.
I ain't got no mint.
Oh, you need one. Cause you burning the side of my face, man. Getting old ain't for sissies, man. Eyesight starts going bad. They didn't have nothing online. Mott. Who's Mott's coach? They ain't even had that online. They ain't had no information online. Oh, here we go. Who's the coach? I said they didn't have anything online. Nave, is this Naves? How you pronounce that? N-A-V-E-S? Naves? Yeah. Are you sure? You're not sure. Can you get a correct pronunciation on their name right there? As they're in the huddle down there. They're right there in that huddle. You can move faster than me. That's all, man. I would go if I was moving faster. I could go.
You wouldn't do shit.
I would, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Could you get that for me, please? Is that Naves or Naves? And any other names on there too? signed in. Yeah, I already signed in.
You must. Okay.
Yeah, I signed in. Oh, he signed in too. He had his name on there. He signed in. What is it? Names? Okay. Shoot, I can barely get
Oh,
up.
she's in her 6th year. It's right there.
Where?
Right there.
I know, but I just want to correct
No,
pronunciation.
I'm talking about me. I went down there. It's right there. In front of it. Let's see.
Time to get up now. I can barely get up. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Henry Ford College University in Dearborn, Michigan. And today's contest, women's volleyball is Tuesday between the Henry Ford Hawks and the Mott Community College Bears. My name is Jeff Lowe, along with the engineer, Mr. Leland Stein. And Mr. Leland Stein, how are you doing this evening?
Oh, just lovely, just lovely.
Tell us a little bit about this contest here. We got the Hawks and the Bears. The Hawks are coming off a 2-game losing streak, and the Bears are 3-0 coming into this contest.
Well, I've been told that Mott's record is 9-4. And so, obviously, they have a pretty good program. Coach Naves has been there 6 years, so that denotes some sense of stability. Anytime you have longevity at this level. So we can probably bet assured that this team will be prepared, has practiced hard, is going to give Coach Chambers and her ladies a run for their money at home.
Coach Chambers, again, as we've been mentioning all year long, that she is in her first year as the head of the Hawks team. And it's been a challenge for her. Anytime you take over a new program, you have to get used to the young ladies, and you have to almost prepare for anything to happen. So what do you think?
Well, simply, there's no doubt about it. No matter what sport you're doing, softball, basketball, volleyball, tennis, you know, anytime a first-year coach comes in, there's going to be special challenges. Not only do you have to worry about recruiting and getting your people in, but the players that's already there, you got to learn them. You know, you got to find out the landscape of the university as far as eligibility rules are required. You got to make sure your ladies stay eligible. So there's a hundred things that a first-year coach has to deal with, just like any coach. But it's made tougher because of the first year is always a learning experience for anybody that's in that situation.
I must say that Smith has been doing an excellent job in navigating his way through this year's challenges for the Hawks. Again, my name is Jeff Mott with the engineer, Mr. Leland Sines. We're bringing you all the action online, streaming for the U4 College Hawks. Get opportunities to come out and check out the Hawks. Hey, I'm pretty sure the Hawks would thoroughly enjoy it. We're just about ready to kick this one off. The Hawks are in the white uniforms and the Bears are in the black uniforms. I was watching some D1 college volleyball earlier this evening. I think it was Nebraska, and I think it might have been last year's playoff. It wasn't a live game, but I just saw a lot of what we actually see here. And I think one of the things in that front line, what I saw, especially how they've mixed it up with their front row defenders when it comes to block. Here's the serve, and it's a great serve, and right into the teeth of the defense, and guess what? The Hawks get on the board first.
And that's refreshing, because our last home game, they managed to dig some tremendous holes for themselves, get 9 down and 8 down at the beginning of each game, and they fought Galilee to come back, show flashes, but when you get down that big, it's tough. So just getting out to a 1-1 start is a step in the right direction.
Absolutely. Melissa Sanders was the server, and now serving for the Bears is Phoenix Striker. Nice job by the libero. There's an attempt to get it back over the net by Murray. Murray just a little short on that attempt.
Yeah, she's short arm. That one, we call those the alligator arms. Well, look, no matter what you do, you're not going to get everything over. So you just dig down and say, hey, I'm going to be better next time.
There's the swing attempt by Henry Ford, which is no good. Still the server, nice attempt to tap over the net. Block attempt was no good. They call that one in. The official on the sideline, outside hitter that time, and the libero number 2 could not get to it. That's Ellie McDonald. Murray with the dig attempt was no good. Let me get those starting lineups for you in 1 second here. It's going to be Sander, McDonald, Murray, and Strom. And along with number 11, Nick Clark. Back serving is Lauren Hardy. Hardy attempts on that serve. And that's one thing that the Hawks must do. They must try to eliminate those unforced errors. And that was an unforced error.
Well, they have to. I mean, it's going to be impossible to win if we can't mitigate that to some degree.
That one's hit long and out of bounds. Nick Clark. We got those starters for the Bears.
Yes, starting for the Bears is Leah Chapman. She's the OH. Phoenix Stickler, Maya Davis, Harper Johnson, Logan Martinez, and Savannah Varela.
We're just starting here. It's an 8-2 game in this first set in favor of the Mott Bears. Mott Community College in the black jerseys and Henry Ford wearing their home white. Nice crowd on hand this evening to check out the Hawks. And that's a good point right there into the open space on the Bears defense.
Santa, who's been setting up, being a passer, is her main function, but there she found a little hole in the defense and smartly took advantage of it.
Clark with the serve, it barely gets over the net. And a good job by the women on the front line as Murray leading the way, also number 7, that's Janae Collins with the block. And great defense by the Hawks. 9-4 your score in this first set of action. Good save attempt. Another good save over the net. By the Libro. Hawks doing a great job of keeping it alive defensively. But that kill shot, sometimes when good teams attack the net as the Bears did, it's just so hard to defend that.
I'll tell you, this Flint team from Genesee County, Flint, Mott, you can tell they're well coached and they're running their patterns and drills that they're ready. They're ready to play. And that front line is pretty tough. So our ladies, the Hawks is going to have a rough day here in that middle. They can do it though, but they're going to have to come bring their best.
Mason Davis serving for the Bears. 11-4 your score in favor of the visiting Bears from Mott Community College. Substitution as the Libro checks back in, and that's Shelby Keeler. Back to serve number 9, Amber Gregory for the Hawks. Nice job that time of getting it back over the net. And the Libro for the Bears has to get it back over.
And she does. Unforced error there. They had a great opportunity there with that save, and then they mishandled the opportunity at the net, which sinks into a 13-5 deficit.
Front row of Sander Murray.
Great block.
Nice block by the Bears that time. That was number 11 on the block for the Bears, and that was Shelby Keeler.
Well, it was a duel thing with Amber Gregory, and they had a little swag on there, Jeff. The Lady Hawks wanted to knock that swag off of them.
Janae Collins with the tap over the net. Janae Collins on another attempt. And she didn't get that one. She just didn't tap that one back over the net. Your score 15-5 in favor of the Bears. Timeout by the Hawks. So what must Coach Chambers do to refocus the young ladies? But, you know, I've seen in the recent games that the Hawks have really been challenging themselves to really play good sets. And it's usually that second set in the last couple of outings. Second set is usually the
Yeah, as you mentioned, we're looking at the first set is a 15-5 deficit. And this is where we saw ourselves last week or so. And they made some tremendous comeback. They showed some heart and some grit and got these scores within 3 or 4. But when you climb that mountain, you tend to run out of gas. So the optimal thing to do is not let a mountain be put in front of you. And you'll probably have a better chance to win the game.
Still in the first set here, 15-5 the score. And there's a nice serve by the Bears. Bears setting it up, get it back over the net. Here we go again. Nice strike that time.
Dug out. Murray did a good job there.
Murray outside hitter that time. That one's over the net. That one's a little long. As number 5, Marissa Peterson tried a kill attempt on that particular play. 16-5 the score. Nice dig by Gregory. Save that one. Murray up for the kill shot. There you go. And that's how you find the vacant spaces in the defense right there.
Now Murray has been one of the stellar players here for the Lady Hawks. And she's off to a little slower start today, but they're going to need a whole lot more of what she just gave them. And she's very capable of doing that. Let's see if they can get on a little run here, get back in this game.
Outside hitter that time, number 9 for the Bears. That's Harper Johnson. And she'll go back to serve it up for the Bears. 17-6 your score in the first set here if you're just joining us. And there was an unforced error. And Johnson back to serve for Hawks. It's Murray. He gets that one nice and high, a good job, and gets it over the net in the play.
He was right there. They just couldn't meet him at the apex of the jump up. Almost got that block. And we're going to have to get some of those because unfortunately right now our blockers in the middle haven't been able to come up with those stops there. We're going to need them.
And that's what happens right there. You can see that was a result of a good dig by Gregory. He got it back over the net. And the results, a point on the board. 7-9 the score. Good job that time by Hardy. Hardy with this little tap over the net. The substitution into the ball game now. Elizabeth Storm into the game.
Hardy showed us some great flashes last week, and hopefully we're going to need some more of that. And there she goes again. She has a tendency to get in those little streaks there, which will make things happen for minutes here and there.
And you hit it right on cue that time. You mentioned Hardy, and she went right up for the block.
That's 2 points in a row for her.
Nice save on that play. That one's long and out of bounds as Big McCloud get a little too far.
Have to get some of those in, especially when you're coming back. You fall a little bit, you come back. And then we have keep this team digging up the heel here.
Presley Riggs serving it up for the Mott Bears. And that one's out of bounds. 20-9 your score here in the first set. And I'd like to welcome everybody tuning in online and joining us. Henry Ford Hawk Women's Volleyball. I also want to remind you, you could be one of these stellar athletes for Henry Ford College. All you got to do is Go online at Henry Ford College and check it out.
You have to put in a little work too now. While you're online, put in some work in your genre. Well, you gotta work at this level, high school level, any level. If you're going to compete, you have to put in the work.
Excellent job that time. Number 9, that was Johnson with the kill shot. The outside hitter on the left side. Leah Lappin, the server. Saved it. He has to get that one back over. The attempt is not good. Nikki Clark will go back to serve it up. 23-11 your score here in the first set. The Hawks are trying to battle back in this one. It's tough when you get behind early. Good save.
Set up
Tiger
nicely.
Libro.
Murray. Now Murray's heating up a little bit now. Her first couple of attempts came up a little short, but now she's starting to find those spots.
Ellie McDonald, who saved that and kept it alive, ran in the center of the defense. That was McDonald again. 24-12 is your score. We're in the first set here at Henry Ford, and count that one. The line judge has it barely in. You're watching Henry Ford Hawks volleyball right here on the Hawk streaming network. My name is Jeff Lowe, along with Leland Stein, who will be with us in 1 second, working on some technical difficulties, working it out. Welcome back, Mr. Stein.
Glad to be back.
The engineer is back in the mix.
Yeah, but I can take my engineering license because I couldn't fix this mic. We had to bring in the pros.
Well, hey, that's what we got them for. And during the break here, the teams, for the first time for which I've seen, the pros, they switched benches here. The teams switched benches. They just switched sides.
Sure, that's normal.
That was the first time I see that since I've been here at Henry Ford. Maybe that they do, they make an agreement on before the matches start. And well,
for the Lady Hawks, it can't hurt. Fresh beginning, new start. Yeah, fresh beginning, new start. As we start this next game, a minute left as the coaches talk to their players and try to cajole them to do the things they've been working on in practice and the things they scouted about the other team. And we're ready to go to a break. Nice shot. See that? You just shot. Aim it and put it right where she wants. Well, welcome back to Memorial Athletic Memorial Gym, home of the Lady Hawks. We've had a little technical difficulty, Jeff Lowe and myself, and we're glad to be back here as the visitors, Mott, our friends from Flint, Michigan, has taken a 6-1 lead. And the Lady Hawks are fighting gallantly to try to get back in this thing.
You're absolutely right. 7-1 is your score in favor of the Bears. There's a nice tap back over the net. And the Hawks get that one over clean. And there's a kill shot. Number 6 attacking the net for Mott.
But what is becoming more and more obvious is that when Mott is taking their kill shots from not right at the net further in, they're getting it in play. And that's the biggest difference that we're seeing in this game. They're getting those shots in play. Whereas our Lady Hawks have been a little wide on their shots and just getting out of bounds with them, and it's costing them.
That was Mesa Davis on the last kill shot for the Bears of Mott Community College out of Flint, Michigan. And Coach has taken a timeout to talk things over and to refocus the young ladies from Henry Ford College. And hey, it's all a learning experience.
It's a learning experience.
And it's a teaching experience, especially when you're a first-year coach. And not just from the young ladies who are participating, but also from the coach. And I know a coach has been coaching in many different areas. He's coached volleyball in high schools. He coached volleyball with AAU programs. But this, on a college level, on a junior college level, on any college level, is certainly an experience for any coach coming into this arena.
Well, it's like John Wooden told me, the legendary Wizard of Westwood from UCLA.
Okay.
I was lucky enough to interview him. I'm singing his praises, and he says, "Well, son, I had great players. Without great players, I don't win.
That's right.
And Coach Chambers will be ready to tell you that, as well as any coach of any sport. If you don't have all of the talent totally in place, it's going to show, no matter how good your coaching is, and no matter what it is that you try to teach them, it's going to be tough when you run across a superior opponent.
Lappin back with the serve, and whistles blow, and penalty is issued to the Hawks. Might be a legal, maybe it was an illegal position. Maybe someone was out of position on the particular play. Nevertheless, the Bears get the point. Lappin still serving. That was a nice save by the libero that time. Murray keeping it alive.
Good dig by Murray.
Yes.
But Mott keeps it in play. Uh-oh, we got a chance here.
Get it over. That's what they do.
Keep it alive.
And the kill attempt counted. It's good. The Bears just make it into the corner.
They've been hitting those corners.
Yes.
Consistently, so you got to think it's not luck. Maybe they just have the skill to do it.
12-1 your score.
Because they're painting those corners today.
And a great kill shot that time by Lauren Hardy. So Hardy will go back to serve. Substitution in the game is Janae Collins, and she'll go to the front line. She's been a pretty good defender and blocker for the Hawks. Hardy with a nice serve, and again, as you said,
the one thing this Mott team, they don't woo you with their blockers in the middle. They're not dominant right there per se, but they are consistently getting their shots in the court. And then when you have that, it's just, you can count the number of unforced errors they made. That's the first one. Probably not the first one, but that we're talking about it, and we get an obvious one. But they have a sub, man. That's kind of like her first. No, that's Phoenix Sticker. She's a starter.
No, number 15. That's Savannah. Varela. I'm sorry. Excuse me for mispronouncing your name. She's the libero. Back serving for the Hawks. Number 11, Mika Clark. Mika gets that one. Oh, that one's long and out of bounds. And that's one thing you have to do also with those serves. You have to get them in play. Sometimes you have to say, well, it's no reason or no excuse that you can't get those in play. That's important.
Well, you just have to keep working on it.
Yes, you have to keep working. You're absolutely right. And the Hawks have been doing just that. And here we are in the second set again.
Because this is only their third or fourth game, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So, I mean, they can get better.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not criticizing them at all.
You can criticize if it needs
No, I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying that, hey, this is a process.
Well,
it's a process, Good job by the Hawks. And a good job by Murray. And you know what I see with the Hawks? They're continually developing and getting better each game or each match I see them play. I've seen improvement.
Well, they've shown that they're capable, competing. It's just those unforced errors that get you in a hole. So when you have a chance to get your serve, you got to take advantage of it. When you find those corners and you can serve in them seams, you got to get the ball in play. And if you don't, then you'll get a 15-6 deficit.
Yeah, we're in the second set. If you're just joining us, and the score.
Allison Satter.
Yes.
With a slick Slick move.
Yes, indeed. 15-7 your score. And this is the set that the Hawks play their best in. For some reason, it's always been set number 2. And this is set number 2. They're down by a score of 15-7.
But we didn't get the serve across.
Well, Ellie McDonald.
And that's our Labrito.
Yes.
That's the one we really need, the digs and the serving from that position. But I don't care who you are, you're going to miss the serve. That's just part of the game. Period.
Good job by Hardy with the tap over the net.
Hardy has really come in off the bench again to try to give this team a spark.
Well, Mika Clark has come in, and she's right in the center, right in the front line there. And that one's long. You count the point. 16-9 your score. Set number 2, Murray back with the serve.
And she got it in, so now we got a chance here.
And it's time to play. Yes.
Time to play.
That one hit the ceiling. Still in play.
Now, nice set, and we should be able to get something out of this one.
Nice tap.
Uh-oh.
Good dig that time.
Now, they showed some effort there. You can't get mad at that point. It was good play by both teams, Mott and the Lady Hawks.
Great job. Great job by both sides.
This is one of our better volleys that we just saw right there.
Phoenix striker back for the Bears with the serve. Tap over the net. Good job. Good job by the Bears keeping it alive.
Mott will keep that ball alive, won't they? You got to really put it on the floor for them not to get to it. Like that.
That one faked me out. That was Alyssa Sander tapping it back over the net and getting the points on the board. 17-10 you score. The Hawks finding themselves down by 7, but playing an excellent set number 2 if you're just joining us.
Oh.
That one's long and out of bounds.
Again, that's those shots when you get that medium area shot and you can set it into the middle part of the back end of your opponent's court that we're having some trouble.
Lappin with the serve. It's going to be it's like a net violation on, let's see, on number 8, I believe.
They called it on Hardy. I thought Hardy had the point.
Yeah, 19-10 your score. That time, it looked like
she jumped over the net.
She touched the net also.
She did.
And nothing was called.
Oh, he's going to give them that.
Unfortunately, we can't ask for a replay on that one.
No.
20-10 your score here in the second set. And a good kill shot at number 6. And that's Mesa Davis. Tapped over the net again. And a great shot as Hardy comes from the second row and makes the kill.
Again, that's that hitting it in that middle seam in your opponent's court. There's always a little area in there, but we've been missing no Hardy that time. Put it right in between them.
Riggs in for striker for Mott. (21-12). And the Hawks are trying to get back into this one as Hardy is back to serve for the Hawks. Set number 2. Nice job with getting it back over the net by the Hawks. Mott keeping it
They're
alive.
keeping it alive. They're going to do that now.
Murray with
They're
the
going
tap.
to keep it alive, but you got to get with them. Nice tap there. They're
Look
showing
for
a
the
little
kill
hard
shot.
here.
Good job.
Good block. But Collins. Collins in the middle there. And he hits a little long.
Good rotation. Good rotation by the Hawks on that series. They just couldn't convert that rotation into points on the scoreboard. 22-12 is the score here in the second set.
Michael Clark gets the point. And
Looks
now
like-
she's looking to serve.
Yeah, it looks like it might have been a net violation on the play against Mott.
Good serve. Now that's the kind of serves we want to see.
It's right into the teeth of the defense.
Ooh. Rachel Donovan for Mott got up and did her best impression of Matumbo. You don't know who he is, do you?
I know who he is, but
Wave that finger and block it.
Murray on the attempt, and it's no good. She has a good swing at it, but just couldn't convert it. 24-13 in favor of Mott here in the second set. Here's Murray again. Nice tap over the net.
Oh, but Mott digs it out. That was Leah Lapin. Lady Hawks keeping it alive. Murray. There we go. Now that's what you call finding that cross-court seam.
That was a good job by McDonald and Murray. And strategy is to find those open spaces on the floor. And they did just that with that last kill shot. Nice serve that time. Tappleton over the net. Oh, let's see. Let's give the points to Mott Community College and also give the set to Mott Community College. And they will change sides again as Mott wins the set 25-12. So they are up 2 sets to 0.
And the question is, when you're the coach and you see your ladies are giving their all, and maybe they're not as good as the other team, then what do you tell them now as we head to this last set? What does the coach tell their players? No, Jeff.
You never tell them they're not as good as the other team. That's one thing. I believe they're just as good as the other team. They're just having a rough day out, just like in any other sport, just like in basketball or just like any other team sport you might see. They're having a difficult time. Now, I wouldn't say that they're early and just starting to play. I think they're doing good things out there. They just have to put it all together. And that's what I think that's what coach is looking for, putting it all together.
If we can't hit those seams, we got to work on that. That's something that they're just going to get back. They're going to just practice hitting the ball into them seams and painting those corners. And until we can do that consistently, and it's early, then they're going to struggle somewhat. Because they're playing good in terms of the hustle and the digs and the rotation and things they try to do as a team. But those mistakes, You know, and you mentioned that earlier in the game, but everybody makes mistakes. That's why there's a turnover in basketball and there's an interception in football.
And we obviously see those mistakes.
Yeah, it's
But
just part of the
I
game.
tell you what, set number 3 is coming your way. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with more women's volleyball from Henry Ford College. Got about a minute. We'll come back up about 47 right now on the clock. I'm looking at the game clock. One on each side and 2 at the net. The horn sounds, and we are all ready for the third set. And this best out of 5 play between Mott Community College and Henry Ford College. And Mott up 2 sets to none over your Hawks. I'd like to thank you for joining us for Hawks Sports right here on the Hawks streaming network. My name is Jeff Lowe, along with the engineer, Mr. Leland Stein. Yes, sir.
Love volleyball. It's one of the sports that I've always loved. Been fortunate to cover the Olympics, a number of Olympics, and that was one of our favorite sports, me and my cameraman. And you don't know volleyball until you see Cuba and Brazil go at it in a gold medal match. then you'll really see the true essence of volleyball. These ladies here are giving it their all, and they're working hard and trying to take themselves to the next level, and that's all you can do.
And we will see some of these young ladies take it to the next level. Good job in keeping it alive, and Hardy gets it back over the net. The kill attempt is long, and that's Keeler with the kill attempt for
And
Mott
as you
College.
mentioned, Jeff, some of them are trying to take it to the next level. There's a lot of opportunities out there in volleyball to play overseas. We may not have it here in the United States, but in Europe and other countries, volleyball is a professional sport, and you can make a pretty daggone good living doing it.
You're absolutely right. And hey, from here you can go to other colleges, especially, everything that's gone on in the recent years with this COVID and everything. You have an opportunity to take it to the next level if you wish to do so.
Well, you watch TV, the Big Ten channel, and those guys are always showing. The Big Ten is pretty powerful in volleyball.
Yes, it is.
The opportunities are there for these ladies. They have to put in the work, listen to their coaches, and do everything they can to improve their game.
Phoenix Stricker on the serve. And she went
nice
to the front
save
of the net
by
for
Santa.
the setup, and bam, doing pretty good. Good job by the Hawks to get it back over the net. Hardy at the net. Hardy once again looking for that open space. The libero for Mott gets it back over. And that's going to be an assist right there. Nice tap. Good job by the Hawks libero. And that one It's hit right into the net. It's Elizabeth Strom.
3-2. We got a 3-2 score here in this third set. Mott up by 1. Well, we can stay in this game early. And that's an example of what I'm talking about. Just barely missing those edges, you know, it cost you. But hey, a lot of practice, keep working on it. I'm sure, as you mentioned earlier, we'll see some changes, improvements as time continues to move forward.
5-2 your score. We're in the third set. Mott has a 2-set advantage over your Hawks. That was Logan Martinez, the last score for the Bears. Nice tap over the net by the Hawks. Murray on that back line.
Assist.
Yes. Good block that time. Excellent job going up right in front as a great blocker should do, and that's Lauren Hardy.
Doing her Matumbo routine.
Hardy back to serve.
Oh,
that was
hurts.
long, yes.
You get 1 point for doing a good thing, then you miss your serve, you get a point right back. You know, it's tough. Coach Chambers can only stand there and watch. You can't go out there and play for him.
Janae Collins into the game.
Uh-oh.
Murray
We got a chance
with
here.
the save. Collins with the tap over the net. Mott looking for some space. Good job. Count that one. 7-4 your score.
Yeah, Ellie McDonald.
Ellie
We need
McDonald.
some more of that. Again, that's the spaces in the court. You keep it in, you get points.
McDonald rising to the occasion. McDonald, that libero, being very effective right now. There's a nice tap attempt and
Change of pace there.
yes.
She caught him off guard. He's looking for the slam, and she gave him a lob.
Absolutely.
Nice play.
Mott was looking for the kill or
About
the
a
spike.
Tech young lady. Mika Clark.
Yes. Mika doing a good job in that back row. Murray on the front line, and the Hawks get it back over successfully.
Whoa, this is the closest we've been.
1 point game.
7-6.
7-6.
Both benches are standing.
Clark on the serve. Good job. And the Hawks tie it up.
This would be great for the morale of the team if they can hang in there and pull this game out.
Clark gets it back over with a little bit of authority there. And a good kill shot by Logan Martinez. A very aggressive and hard kill shot by Martinez. Loretta back to serve for the Bears. Murray gets that one back over with an assist there. Nice block. Good job by the front line of the Hawks.
Well, again, the fundamentals around the front line, the blocks, you know, our hitters, it's solid. It's just when we get opportunities to make those passing shots in the seams of your opponent's defense, is where we've had some trouble.
Amber Gregory in doing the serving for the Hawks. 1 point lead, 9-8 in favor of the Mott Bears. Taylor Thomas just checking in and doing the serving for the Bears. Murray looking for some space in that defense. Ooh. That one looked like.
She's pretty good at that. I have to give her credit. That's Harper Johnson. She's made at least 5 or 6 of those little passing shots right in those seams. She could find a hole in your defense.
Murray with the kill attempt. Nice swing by Murray. And that was a nice shot by Lappin. Leah Lappin just found that vacant spot right in the heart of the Hawks defense. 11-8. If you're just joining us, we are in the third set. It's the best 3 out of 5 and score the points for the Hawks. Lauren Hardy checks back in for the Hawks, and she'll go right to the front line. She's been doing a pretty good job as a front line blocker.
Excellent job. Here she goes.
There you go. As we mention her name, she comes right in and affects the match. McDonald gets it back over the net. The dig attempt by Murray is unsuccessful. And Mott scores the point. Harper Johnson on the serve. And Murray.
Sydney Murray.
Murray switching sides. She was the right side outside hitter. And earlier in the contest, she was on the left side doing all the hard work for the Hawks. And now she's serving. Hardy. Nice serve. Up. And that one touched the Hawk player. 13-10. And like you said, this is a closer match than the other ones. They have put together some very good matches.
Well, I think they can play with them in terms of their hitters and their blockers. And even digging, they can play. It's just those little things that they got to work on. And they haven't played many games, and they'll get better. You know, I have no doubt that Coach Chambers is going to continue to grow this team. She has something to work with. Some people that want to put in the work and out there giving it a valid effort.
Mesa Davis on the kill shot. 14-10 your score. And Davis will go back and serve the ball up for the Bears. Mika Clark tried to tap that one over the net, and that was unsuccessfully done. 15-10 here in the third. And there's an unforced error by the Bears. And checking in for the Bears is the libero, number 15, that's Savannah Barilla. Good job by the libero. Good save by Murray that time. And that's the kind of effort, that's the kind of play that you must continuously do to be successful. 15-12 your score.
But what do we need to do right here, Jeff Lowe?
First of all, get the ball over the net.
Thank you very
and
much.
get it in play. Successfully.
And we did that, so let's
yes.
get it going. Yeah, see, when you get the ball in play, then you force the other team to make errors. But if we not getting any play, then it's just giving them a free shot. Come on now, let's keep it going.
Sander with the serve, right into the center of the defense. And that one's long. Sander hit that one long. (16-13) in favor of Mott. Murray in the middle. Good kill shot that time. Nice swing by Henry Ford.
Hardy again. Hardy's playing some excellent volleyball for this team.
That one's long and out of bounds. As Strom.
Again, the Lady Hawks is just a little bit long on their shots in the back court of their opponent's court, and they've been coming up short, getting it. Ball's just been long.
McDonald got it back over the net. Be careful. As McDonald went for the dig attempt, and got tangled up with some players. But the head coach likes the effort. Likes the effort that Henry Ford is putting forth. 18-13 is your score here in the third set. Exciting Henry Ford College volleyball action. If you'd like to come out and check out some other matches, some future matches I should say, feel free to do so. Because all you have to do is come on out on September 21st. Oakland Community College will be in town. We'll be here at the Memorial Gymnasium. And then the Hawks hit the road against Jackson College, Delta College, and St. Clair Community College. Then they come back home on October 12th against Schoolcraft College. Come on out and check that out. And then on the 19th of October, Macomb Community College. And then they wrap up the season and they get ready for the playoffs, as they will play on October 26th against Jackson College. So come on out, support the Hawks. Come on out and check out Hawks Women's Volleyball right here on the Hawks Streaming Network. Be a part of all the action. And don't forget, Henry Ford, future driven. Four-point lead by Mott Community College right now. Janae Collins checked in, and she'll be on the front row as Hardy will do the serving. Hardy on the back line. As number 3, Leah Lappin, she'll check out. Number 7 will check in. That's Rachel Dubin.
Janae Collins.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Stein.
Oh, she misses. They're just a little bit too strong. And that's been the difference, is what we just saw.
And you're right. You know, I'd like to get the opportunity to talk to our head coach midway during the season, not at this point, but midway. 21-14 is your score. And I'd just like to ask you, what are some of the positive signs you see? Because I've seen some positive improvements in this team already. Here's the serve. That one creeps back over the net.
And I like that adjective. It creeps. That verb, I should say.
And a point will be given to the Bears. 22-14 is your score. And the kill attempt and the dig attempt is no good. Janae Collins with that last kill attempt. And McDonald in the blue jersey for Henry Ford, the libero, trying to keep it alive.
It was a nice setup there. She just short-armed it, and but it was a good play, Ram.
And that last shot, Harper Johnson, that will do it for this contest, 14-25. And Mott College does it in 3 sets, defeats the Hawks. Their final score, 3-0. And that'll do it. Your final thoughts, Mr. Stein?
Again, the Lady Hawks have shown that they're capable and they have the tenacity and the will to compete. It's just that on their certain shots right now, they're missing the court on those passing lanes. And if you do that, they give away 8 of those a game. That's 8 points. And no matter how good they're doing in the blocking and setting and around the net, if they can't get that a little bit better, then it's going to be somewhat of a struggle until they can find a way to improve that part of their game.
You're absolutely right. And once again, it's Mott Community College with a 3-0 decisive victory over the Hawks from Henry Ford College. And my name is Jeff Lowe. For the engineer, Mr. Leland Stein, I'm going to bid you a good evening, and we'll see you next time on the Henry Ford Sports Network. Have a good night. Take care.
Peace and love.